criminal and civil prosecution of abusers. A 2000, just wait. And thank you for the better lighting. That's much more appropriate for my skin tone. Okay. So in 2008, PETA did an undercover investigation at Aberdeen, which is one of the largest turkey producers in the United States. And in the past year, we saw that felony animal cruelty charges were handed down to 3 employees at this facility, and they all pled guilty to these charges. These are the first ever felony-level animal abuse charges to birds on factory farms. This is a landmark move. Just recently, an undercover investigation that Mercy for Animals conducted at E6 Cattle Company in Hart, Texas, documenting workers killing calves with pickaxes and hammers, bashing in their skulls, animals being left to suffer from untreated injuries and neglect. This abuse resulted in the owner of the facility and the foreman being arrested and charged with misdemeanor counts of animal cruelty, and arrest warrants being issued for 5 other workers on felony charges. That's Kurt Espenson, and he is awaiting trial, so we will keep you updated on this case. Not only did that case shine a spotlight on this abuse, and it led to the American Veterinary Medical Association coming out strongly condemning the abuses and telling the industry that it needs to get its act together, but it also resulted in 4 calves directly being rescued from the facility, being transported from Texas to California, where they are now recovering at Gentle Barn. And these are the 2 ambassadors of animal factories everywhere. An undercover investigation at Buckeyeville in Ohio documenting the standard yet inherently cruel practice of chaining baby calves by their necks inside of veal crates where they can't even turn around for their entire lives led to TV legend and longtime animal rights activist Bob Barker coming to the aid of these animals and rails, throwing them, all sorts of horrific stuff. That employee, Billy Joe Gregg Jr., was arrested and eventually pled guilty to 6 counts of animal cruelty. He was jailed, paid a fine, is undergoing psychiatric evaluation, and is barred from ever working with or owning animals. And the most recent undercover investigation to come out on a farmed animal issue was another Mercy for Animals investigation done at Iowa Select Farms, the largest pork producer in Iowa, the 4th largest in the nation. Our brave investigator documented the standard yet horrific abuses that these animals endure. They live their lives in tiny crates where they can't even turn around. Piglets are castrated and tail-docked without any painkillers. They're thrown and slammed headfirst into the ground. Now, unfortunately, none of these abuses are currently illegal. We're working to change that. So we went to those who are selling pork from this company, some of the largest companies in this nation: Kroger, Safe